Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great and welcome. Happy Friday. How is everyone doing? And here we are for our the Power Personal Branding training for today. I'll give you a few minutes to come through. Let me know where you're coming from. Join me. I'm really great. While I'm here, I'm actually checking if everything is going as planned and that everything is working properly. Um, Really grateful for having you guys here. And happy Friday. So here we are. Yes, and let me know. I can see someone is there. Just tune in. Just let me know that you are there so I can quickly say hi to you. Okay, I can see that we are on. I'm going to quickly start sharing my screen in the meanwhile, and feel free, you're welcome. I'm really grateful to have you here today. And let's get started with our training for today. And today we're going to be talking about personal branding because that is important and that is what differentiates most people that are online. So I hope you guys can see the screen, that everything is going all right. Okay, cool. I see that we are on. I see that the screen is sharing. So let's get started. So today, welcome. You're more than welcome first. And feel free to comment in the comments below. Give me a hi. Tell me where you're coming from so I can also give you a shout out. I might not be able to see you right there, but every time I see a question, I'll answer there. I'll check it here on my other side. So I'm going to quickly try and see if I can share the screen with the whole. So yes, there it is. And I'm going to try and go full screen so you guys can see nicely. Let me know if you can still see or not, so I can quickly change back to normal. And yes, welcome to the Power of Personal Branding for today. And this is actually being shown on the Freedom Online tribe group. So everyone that is coming through, I'm grateful for having you. And let's get started. So today, first of all, of course, welcome. And most of us are already in the online marketing business. And this question I get asked a lot, and my answer is simple. If you have a phone and if you send messages on your phone, if you connect with people from your phone, then you're already on a network or you're already on an internet marketing business. So this is okay for everyone. This works and it's important for anyone that has an online business, a retail business, manufacturing business, or any type of business that is actually going to be using online or even offline strategies. So you really want to concentrate in creating a brand online, and you want to also concentrate in creating your identity. And this should be your number one priority. And I'll tell you a story in a little bit why I believe this should be your number one priority. And many new businesses start online and then they fail, but they don't really understand why. But the most common cause is that they didn't really find their voice, and they didn't create that brand that really was something or was their perfect sales proposition. So really think about this. And I have a question for all of you guys today. And my question is simple. Let us assume that something happened to the company that you are with now, or even if you have your 9 to 5, what would happen to you? And what would happen if your company closed down? You didn't have closed down tomorrow. You didn't have any other form of income. So what would happen with your income, and what would happen to your business? And why do I ask this question? It's because very recently, or when I started, I remember in the beginning, I actually had the first company that I was with. They basically just changed the way they were doing things, and the values and that they were not inconsistent with what I believed. So to a certain extent, I was left with no business. And now the second company just decided to close down. And after building a really great following and having a really great team. And now the question was, what now? The good thing, or the good part, is that from a long time, I'd already started building my brand as well, while building these other forms of income. So what would happen to you is a question that you should be asking yourself, because it doesn't really happen, or doesn't really help to be known as Layla from company X. And when company X closes, then you're left with nothing. And that's a reality. So finding your voice and creating a personal brand is something that you definitely want to do, because that will really help you always add something else that might be inconsistent with your values and what your brand actually stands for. So my mission for this training today is simple. I would like to help you define a personal brand, who you are and who is your brand, finding the benefits of developing and having a personal brand, and at the same time go through 7 simple steps that can really help you right now decide right now, something that you can start doing today and think about it today, in order for you to actually create the brand. So something that can help you think about, how am I going to be known, how am I going to be moving around, and that is something that you really need to do. So this is the mission for today, and I believe that at the end we will be able to have a better idea of what a personal brand is, and how can we actually start creating our own personal brands. So I actually like this question, and it's simple. What would happen if you Google yourself right now? On the one side, would there be a picture of you at a party, very drunk, a picture that you're even afraid of, or there's something else that you can be? Unfortunately, the world does just judge a book by its cover. So it's really important to start branding yourself. And branding is simply being yourself, but it is also being the best version of yourself, or the best that you can be of yourself. So really important to think about. This is the first part of thinking about your brand. What do you want to be known as? How do you want to do this? And what is it? What is the vision that you have for yourself and for your brand, of course? So what is a brand is the first question that most of us actually ask. And I would like to start by first differentiating branding from marketing, because they are two different things, and even though they work together to to an end result. So branding, first of all, comes before marketing. And branding is who you are, and branding is your identity. It is how we're going to be knowing you as, and how you also would like to be known as. Marketing, on the other hand, it is what you say, and it's your activity, the things that you do in order to put this brand out there, and in order to create more eyes and have more eyes in front of your business as well. So really important to have those two differentiated, because sometimes we forget. We think that what we're doing is marketing, while what we're doing is branding, and we're thinking what we're doing is branding, while what we're doing is marketing. So let us first start from that and understand what that is. So branding is simply, your brand will definitely represent a unique promise that you make to every single one of your customers and potential customers. So this is what, as I was saying in the beginning, this is your sales proposition. What is it that is different from you? And this is what your brand is going to be standing for. It is the consistency of this promise and the overall quality of the delivery of this promise that will encourage your customers to be loyal to your brand, and also create relationships. And also they're going to be being your referral system, right? Because that is also extremely important. Having people talking about your brand because they really enjoy the interactions that they've had with you. They really enjoy the way you make them feel. That's really important. And we're going to start by having three big companies up here that we're going to be talking about. When you think about Nike, you think about Starbucks, and you think about Apple, you probably already think about, for example, Nike. You think about Just Do It, which is what is part of their brand, is part of what we know of Nike. But we also expect great shoes, great shoes and great hi Prudence, really great to see you. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for joining. So yes, branding is what I mean. You look at these three brands and you think, okay, Nike. You think great shoes, great running shoes, amazing sports. Starbucks, you think about a coffee experience. Like everyone wants to go to Starbucks because they want to have that experience. And Apple, we know, and we think about really great electronics and most importantly, an amazing experience with your phone. So the benefits of creating a brand, it is that it makes you recognizable. We know who you are just by like we look at, for example, I'm going to talk to you there, Prudence, because I see you there. So we'll know that Prudence is what is Prudence? What is the Prudence brand? We will know it because Prudence would have already put it out there and explained to us what is her brand. So it will, once we see that specific thing about Prudence, we know that that is her. That is who she is. That is her brand. It makes it easier for you to monetize, and it also gives your business a very great vision that will drive you forward. So vision is important in everything that we do. We want to make sure that we know where we're going. And by having a brand, it really helps direct most of the things that are going to happen later. And it also helps you win raving fans, and that creates loyalty, and that creates a really great relationship. And what we also want is recurring business that is also going to happen. So a few questions that you need to actually answer when you're starting a brand is: what kind of promises your brand making? Who is your brand making this promise to? So that's basically your target audience. And why is your brand's promise different from everyone else? I learned something really great, which talks about you actually have offers. You don't sell things, because most of us are in the business of commodity, where I could buy something from you and I could go to the next person and buy it as well. But what makes me come to you? It's, of course, the offer that you put together. So really, really important to think about that. What type of offer does your brand bring? And why would people actually want to be with you rather than the next person? And why should anyone believe in your promise? And this is so, so amazing, and such an important question. And here also comes about the idea of value and the idea of integrity, right? So, hi, Lilita, really great to see you. Great to see you there. Guys, one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about branding, and I know that a lot of people have this question, but I still don't know what my brand is, so I'm scared of going out as something and then I'll have to change. The great thing about the internet is that you can be anything that you want, right? And also the second great thing is that you can always restart. So your Facebook profile picture at the moment you can change. Your bio you can change. So don't think so much of what is your brand going to be in 10 years time, but just really get an idea and get started now, so you can also get started. I mean, get started is the best part, because once you start doing the things, you'll start seeing some results, and you'll know what you like and what you don't like, and what your prospects also like and what they don't like. So really, really important to first have an idea of what your brand is going to be, and then start doing it. Hi, Sibongile, I see you there. Thank you so much for tuning in. So as I said, we're going to go through 7 simple steps on how we can actually start thinking about our brands, and a few things that you can start doing today. So the first thing is, step number 1 is identify your strengths and talents, and this can be a bit difficult sometimes. But you have you can notice there are certain things that you do effortlessly. Like for me, I enjoy being on video, even though I didn't before, but I like it. I enjoy training. I enjoy creating brands for other people. I enjoy building things. So this is one of my strengths. So here are 4 simple tips for you to find your strengths. And the first thing is for you to observe what makes you happy. And basically, it's you walking around, thinking about your day, really being mindful and reflecting. Really, really important. And I mean, your brand is everything. So even though it's not, doesn't need to be cut clear from now, you definitely want to take the steps and think about it, because you don't want to start doing something and then find out that you don't like it. I mean, a lot of us probably have already changed our brands a few times, but really, really important to think about it. If I had to start over again, what would I have done? I would definitely observe what made me feel happy at that time and start talking about that. Then notice what you do differently from other people, because that is probably your passion, or that is going to be your greatest talent. That it doesn't even look like it is, but it might be. Choose your favorite qualities, but not achievements. That could be making jokes, like Steve Harvey. That could be anything, but choose a quality that you really like. That could be sewing. That could be talking to the cameras. It could be anything. Even if it is, for example, health and wellness, it could be one of those things that you really, really enjoy, and you feel so happy when you actually do it. And most important part is that for you to identify your strengths and talents, really take time to read. In reading, or take time to do personal development. That could be 30 minutes, 20 minutes a day, choosing a specific podcast, choosing a specific audiobook. Because once you go through that, and if you read about people that are doing what you're thinking of doing, you will really have better ideas, and you'll really know how to come about with your brand. And why I put this picture here with so many hands together is because actually, to find out some of your strengths and qualities and talents, you will have to ask the people around you. Your tribe will probably tell you what is it that you do very effortlessly, but you do it very well. And even though you might think that this is not a talent, but everyone keeps complimenting you regarding that specific thing. So your tribe, and this is what this hands represents, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your acquaintances, they will be able to also help you in this journey of finding out and identifying your strengths and talents. So really, really kneel to them and find out from them as well, what else can you put inside your brand. Weaken your weaknesses. And I think it's so important for us to realize that yes, we are not perfect, yes, we have weaknesses, and that is okay. As a business owner and as an entrepreneur, you don't really need to be great at everything. There are great things, there are things that you're going to be able to do very well, and that you should definitely leverage on them and do 10x of them. But then there are also things that you're not going to be able to do very well. Those are your weaknesses. So give no power to your weaknesses. Don't even give them time to push you down, to have any negative feelings. There are things that you're just not good at. I know for a fact, for me, I dislike having to design things and write things. I don't like it, and I always find someone else that can do it. So identify your weaknesses, acknowledge them, then delegate. This is the most important part. You need to be able to delegate. And I know that as solopreneurs, in the beginning, it's really hard because our budgets are quite tight. But once we can delegate most of the things that we dislike and that we're not good at, that's the time that we delegate. And this will help you save time, save pain, and improve on your return of investment. So really, first things first, find out what you're not so great at, acknowledge them, and work towards being able to delegate them at a certain point. So find out what it is and delegate them. Really, really important. And stop. I mean, I know that as women we really can multitask, but let's stop and try to multitask, because most of the times when we multitask, we actually spreading ourselves thin, and instead of focusing on one thing at a time, we focus ourselves in many things, and at the end we don't do anything. So it's important for us to realize that just like when we choose a platform, most of us start with one platform at a time. We go out, we start putting content out there, and then when we're great at it, we move on to the next platform. So really, really important to do one thing at a time and leave the multitasking for later or for never, but realizing that multitasking doesn't really help us get to where we want to get. So step number 3 is identify your core values. And this is so important. And like your core values are basically the foundation of your company, the foundation of your brand. And your brand's core values are the beliefs of what your brand or company should stand for. And this is amazing. And this is also helps you decide what am I going to be focusing on. So I'm going to give you 6 core values that I believe in, and my brand also goes by it. The first one is hope. Is we're looking forward um, um, we believe in that we can actually trust in each other, and that there's a better tomorrow for all entrepreneurs. So that's the one core value that we have. Service. I believe in being a servant leader, and I think every entrepreneur should do that. We should be going out and helping other people moving from point A to point B, rather than just focusing on the commissions that we can get. I'm a true believer of that, and I think that that's exactly why we are here for. It's because we can do this. It's because we can help our fellow entrepreneurs to be better, and also be in a different level. So we have that, and that's one of the core beliefs as well. Responsibility for yourself, responsibility for others, responsibility that this is your life and this is your business. And if you don't take action, then you're not going to go anywhere, and you can't blame anyone. Responsibility for your life, that you have to come out and build the vision that you've been wanting to build. So really, really important to have that in mind as well. Family is definitely one of my core values. Everything that is done, it's to make sure that my family is fine, and also everyone that works with me becomes part of my family, and we have this small accountability group that we go and we check on each other, and we see how we're doing and how is everything going. So I believe that you should also be looking at your partners and your and the people that do business with you as family, because they are, even though they're not blood related, you guys probably share a lot of the same visions and dreams. Integrity is extremely important. You need to be ethical, you need to have moral, and you have to be honest, and you have character. I mean, if your business doesn't really follow that, it's not really does not really follow integrity, you're probably not going to be there for long. And freedom can be in any type, shape, and form. And we believe that, and that's what the group is called, Freedom Online Tribe. It's because this is how you define freedom for yourself. What would freedom look like for you? So here it's basically freedom through using the online platform to actually get where you really, really want to get. And the freedom could be anything. Freedom online, freedom from your 9 to 5, freedom to spend the time with your family, freedom from your debts. So really, really important to think about that as well. Hi Zanele, I see you right there. Thank you so much for tuning in. So step number 4 is that you need to create a personal brand vision. And I am a adorer of vision boards, and of course, I'm going to be also sharing here that you need to create a vision board. And to start with, you can actually start creating a mission statement. So your vision can be in the form of a mission statement. And basically, it's a short sentence that clearly defines what you do and why you do it. So for example, let's look at a few mission statements from really great big companies out there. So Coca-Cola, their mission is to refresh the world in mind, body, and spirit, and to inspire moments of optimism and happiness through our brands and actions. Google's vision is also mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. The one thing that we can see on all these mission statements is that they are grand. They talk about something big, and that they are also rather vague, but at the same time they're extremely, extremely inspiring. So your vision needs to definitely focus on the why are you doing, and then the how instead of the what are you doing. So why are you doing this? It's because you want to see entrepreneurs building a profitable business, and the how is basically teaching you how to use online strategies, how to come out and how to create your brand, how to create your offers. So that's exactly what your vision should be. And that's basically, I just really gave you the vision of Layla Helen's brand. So you have to define your purpose, and finding your purpose, it's important. And purpose is basically how are you going to be living your life and your brand. And basically that will make you wake up in the morning, continue even when obstacles are facing your way. And your purpose is everything as well, knowing that and I like to think about purpose this way. And if you've already had like some training and had the opportunity to chat with me, I've probably told you before that you probably don't know how many people's lives are going to be changed the moment you decide to step out of your comfort zone. So the moment you decide to shine your light, you don't know how many other lights you're going to be putting out there. So this is extremely, extremely important for you to do it. Like, you need to be able to find your purpose. How, and this doesn't really have to be said out loud, but it's something that needs to be in your mind, and you have to think about it. This is my purpose. I'm here because I want to change 1,000 lives. I'm here because I want to see the ripple effect when I decide to shine my light. And that is important. Define the purpose of your brand. So to define your purpose, the number one, and here it comes, is that you're going to create a vision board, or you're going to create a vision the way that you want to create it. I personally love vision boards, and I try to rearrange them every 6 months, so that I know and I have my vision right in front of my eyes all the time. And when I'm feeling a little bit down, I can think about, oh my word, but this is the vision, and this feelings don't really go together with the vision that I'm having. And step number 2 is that you have to notice what you post, what you read, and what you watch. And this will also give you the things that make you feel extremely happy, extremely grateful. And you also have to notice what makes you upset, because that could be the reason, that could be the solution that you're actually looking forward to. And most of the people that have come with great ideas, it was because they were looking for a solution for a problem that they had. So maybe that should be the way you're going to look at this. What is that bothers you, that you don't like, but you know that you probably have the talents, or you're going to be going out there, and you're going to be able to create it. Recently, I had a friend. She was and she was organizing her wedding, and then she was like, you know what? There needs to be an app where you could go in it and find everything that you need. And I'm pretty sure in the different parts of the world there is. But what if that's your vision? What is it? What if that could be you? You are going through something that you don't like, but now it's actually oh, Prudence. Yes, I will be posting it on the group's timeline. It usually stays. It will be on a unit called training, so you will be able to watch it again and see it as well. Yeah. So yes. So maybe this is a problem that you've been looking and seeing around, and now you want to change it. Recently, I looked around and I saw that did you know that in Africa, 53% of the people, when they come online, they're actually coming to do shopping. So clothing and gadgets, those are the things that people buy, and the minority actually gets online to get information, to get education. Maybe with the new pandemic that we all went through, those numbers are going to change. But I think that there's an opportunity out there for most of us. So Step number 6 is pursue your passions. And I love this. And this is something I came across recently. I mean, this was something that I already had an idea of, but it was nice to see that there was someone that was already doing it. And his name is Adam Davidson's. His podcast is called Your Passion Economy. That's his podcast. But the really great thing about it that it talks about is that you have to, this quote just basically says, choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. So this is also basically what I believe in. And this is exactly why now on the page you will see passion-driven entrepreneurs. It's because we need to find our passions, and nowadays it is possible to transform our passions into profitable businesses. They don't really need to be online basically, but you can take your passion, you can take that one thing that you're really, really great at and come out and make life easier for the rest of us. And this is exactly what we are aiming for. Creating a brand is about creating your passion, or putting passion as part of one of your core values as well, that you are going to be coming out here, presenting a brand in something that you really love. And even if you're not so great at, you're going to be getting the skills and getting the knowledge so you can come and empower the rest of us. So really, really important to do step number 6 and think about your passion. So how to pursue your passions is, first things first, remember what you loved as a child. I know, and I remember telling my mom as well as a small child that, you know what, once I become a doctor, I will be teaching people how to eat properly and how to use their food to get better. So that is something that I'm pursuing even more now. And I can see the vision. The vision started when I was 6, and now the vision is coming more. It's getting closer and closer to coming out. So really, really important. And I mean, I always loved talking with people, always enjoyed coming up with ways to make some money. So this is all coming together, and I'm really enjoying the journey. And I'm really enjoying the way it looks like in the next few years. So remember what you really loved as a child. That is important. Second thing is eliminate money from the equation. And I'll keep saying, you know what, guys, let's go out and be servant leaders. Let's go out, serve as many people as we can. And Zig Ziglar said as well that the moment if you want to get where you want to get, you need to help enough other people with what they want to have. So that's exactly what we are being asked for, is that as entrepreneurs, let's go out and be servant leaders. And if you're really great at something, go out and teach people, go out and shine your light, because you are going to be shining other people's lights. People are waiting for you. People are sitting in their couches and they're like, I really want to be the best that I want to be. But once they see Prudence, they see Sibongile, they see Lilita, they see Zanele coming out, they will feel much more comfortable to also come out and do what they've always wanted to be. So this journey of entrepreneurship and creating your brand, it's not for you actually. It is for all the lives that you're going to be able to change, all the families that you're going to be able to change. Your story and your struggle, once you've gone through it, it now becomes someone else's survival guide. And that's what Brene Brown said. So really, really, when you think about your brand and you think about your business, don't focus only on you, but focus on all the people that are waiting for you. Step number 3 is that you have to think of what you enjoy and you actually do well. And we've been talking about this for a few times, because that is definitely going to be one core of your brand, right? Your brand is going to be about what you enjoy. And there's also many people that enjoy what you enjoy and probably are having the same questions that you had in the beginning, but now you're able to come out and answer those questions and really enjoy and what you do well as well. Come out and teach people of things that might look so simple for you, but now for other people, it's not as simple as it might sound like. So number 4 is that ask your friends and family for feedback, as I was saying before, that even when you are discovering what are the great things, what are your strengths and talents, also ask your friends and family, because they would have been with you for a while. They'll probably have asked you for some advice and some ways that you do things that only you can do it. And even if you think about it, what do people actually ask me for help? Most of the times, you will probably see that there's a specific thing that a lot of your friends and family actually come to you for. So really, really think about that. And when you find out what those things are, make sure to incorporate them into your brand as well. So the third or the last part is that you need to build your brand with tools. And this might be important or might not be important. And why I say that, it's because recently I actually listened to someone that said, a website, a logo, and all those things are not important. Not important in the sense that it is much more important for you to gain the confidence and for you to decide that this is what I'm going to do and this is what I'm going to be going out and do. And I believe in that because professional photos and things like that, they only came later on my brand or later on in creating something. A website also came later on, funnels and things like that. All those systems only came later on. But the one thing I started doing was that I had a Facebook page, and I started doing Facebook Lives and things like that. So the one thing I want to say, when you start building your brand, you will need tools. Yes, they are part of creating a brand. You'll need the colors, you'll need the logo, you'll need the website, you will need a lot of other things. But before that, actually, number one in this list is that you have to amp your social media presence. You need to be able to start doing something, and your social media presence might be your Facebook page, might be your YouTube channel, might be TikTok presence, it might be Instagram presence. It can be anything that you want, but you need to first decide what your brand is going to be and start creating content based on that. And I really, really like that idea. And yes, creating your logo, having a domain, having a hosting, having a website, having sales funnels, having all great stuff that is coming with the brand, that is definitely important. But the visual element of your brand does not stop at your logo. There is many other things that come with it. And I believe that the first thing is actually action taking. It is you deciding to become the brand, and then everything else will come about. So in conclusion, there is a lot of things that that can make a strong brand, more than that what we just spoke about today. And hopefully, I hope that this video, this training has really helped you to realize how having a strong brand can actually create a potential customers for you. So I really hope and believe that you can see how creating a brand can work to help you create a much bigger and more successful business, no matter what model you decide to use. So for everyone that is here today, there is always some goodies when you come on and when you tune in. And actually, I'm going to be putting out the link so you can go and download your personal branding worksheet. And it has 5 steps and it has a few examples of how people are actually doing their brands very nicely. Just sharing a few big brands out there that are doing it really, really great. And what I want to say is that when you build a really great brand and you start doing it, you start putting content out there, it makes it easier for people to actually connect with you, and it makes it easier for you to know who is your target audience. And that is something that is really, really important. And that is going to be our next topic, actually, where we're going to be talking about the whys and the whats and the hows to find your ideal customer, and why is it so important for your business. And what I want to say as well on your goodies, that if you still haven't been part of the Freedom Online Tribe and the online platform, where is your Growth Academy, I'm also going to be putting in the comments below the login details so you can get the free access, because there is a course there called Creating Your Own your own online identity, your brand identity. So it's a really great course which goes into deeper of what we actually spoke about here. And you can go, and it's about 7 lessons, and you can go and check out and see what else can you improve on your brand. So there are 2 things that you're actually going to be getting today. The first thing is your personal branding worksheet, which you're going to be able to download now. And then you're also going to be able to go create an account and get your free access to the create your own identity online course, and you can go through it and see what else you need to add on. So I would like to say thank you so much for tuning in on this beautiful Friday, and I hope I've been able to serve you guys well, and that you've been able to get some really good goodies. And remember, your brand is everything. If your company closes tomorrow, if your company doesn't ship to your country anymore, remember that you still have something, and that something is your brand, and you can always add something else. You can really create multiple streams of income once you decide to create your brand. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I hope that you really found some goodies, and I will put the links below that I promised, and thank you. Bye.